Hello everyone, and welcome back to Katori Village, here on the back of the great Ambu, new Ambu, who is currently working her way through a heat storm here in the desert. And not just one heat storm, two heat storms, which is definitely not ideal. We are actually going to be caught in this hot weather for 2 more days, which is just not good at all. And we're going to be leaving one heat wave to basically run straight into another one. I am very concerned about that because that is going to have a huge effect on how our crops are going to grow. So we might try to have our Ambu go ahead and run for a little bit. And let's see, do we have any food for her? Okay, so she needs to be lying down or walking in order to feed her, and she's not terribly hungry, but we're gonna see if we can try to kind of get a little bit further away from this hot weather. It might be that her running helps, but I also don't want to exhaust her just for nothing. Because if this doesn't help us get us out of this heat wave, and that just forces us to have the heat wave, oh... Yeah, we're gonna have a really hard time. I'm actually kind of scared about this because I think that food... Oh, there's a bunch of nomads waiting for us on the other side. I think food is going to become a critical issue and we really need to work on this. But we're gonna have to be able to survive the heat waves. And I just have no idea how that is going to work. All right. I think that she has run enough. She's gonna get tired. I don't want her to fall asleep in the middle of one of these horribly hot spots. But welcome back, my friends! So things have definitely gone ahead and gotten a little bit interesting, to say the least. The corn is going to have only 60% growth right now, but it will actually grow, which is better than nothing. The beets would only rot. The tomatoes wouldn't grow. The cactuses would grow just fine. But we're gonna have to see like what we want to work on. We have 477 water left. So we're actually going through our water a little bit quicker than I thought we would. The elders of Katori Village just need to do their best. Oh, one of the air wells got destroyed. That's what happened. We must have lost a ton of our water. Oh, 2 of them were destroyed. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. What about the air wells up here? Okay, thankfully the air well up here is still doing okay. Oh my goodness. And Herbalist Amy over in the Ambu kitchen is still waiting for anything that she can work on. All right, what are we doing now? 3 full days. 3 full days having to be in these terrible spots where there's just going to be a never-ending scorching sun. It will end, and I think that our Elder Jack and Elder David would try to be gathering the villagers around them at their research hut and explaining that sooner than later we will have a way out of this. But I could see the villagers really struggling to believe that at the moment, when clearly they're starting to worry about going hungry. Their houses were destroyed. Now a lot of them don't even have any protection from the elements. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let a couple of these, well, should I think we're just gonna disable a couple of these tents. We're working on building some huts so that more of our villagers will have proper housing. We still have 3 people who don't have a proper home, which I feel really bad about. 6 beds, poison resistant bonus, 20%. Yes, the elders are explaining they understand that the tents with the few possessions from their old village that were left were destroyed in the sandstorm that came by, and so many of the villagers are exposed to the elements. And there goes Elder David, back to the research building. But with these new designs of these huts, we should be able to keep ourselves a little bit safer and a little bit more protected. And I wonder if I should build some more dirt roads to kind of connect various parts of the village together. I don't think that would be a bad idea. All right, some of the scavengers are back and they have brought back more stone. Thank you to, we're gonna call this Explorer Megan. I kind of love the idea that by an Explorer Pluto, I love the idea that by naming the title of our amazing patrons who are making these things possible and have now been reborn into this village, Builder Stephanie, I love giving everybody titles so you can see how they move around from job to job. All right, and Stephanie should have that air well repaired, even if it's not going to bring us anything new soon. Better to have it than to not have it. Let's go to the mine. There's a poisoned forest that we could investigate. We do have 140 for herbs, so I could see one of our adventuring parties trying to be bold enough to go ahead and explore what could be in the poisoned forest. And now we have Builder Rebecca! Oh my goodness. I love how many jobs everybody has just like shifted around. Everyone's quite talented in a lot of different ways. Good! The air well is back! Woo! Oh yes! And it actually kept its store of water. Oh, that's such a huge relief. How are our farmers doing though? Moving pile of corn. So the farmers are frantically transferring the corn to the kitchens. And the kitchens are turning the corn into polenta. Oh, Herbalist Tegan actually isn't able to go ahead and do any more work. Oh, and Leonard, we never renamed you. All right. Well, let me pull up our wonderful list of patrons who helped to make all of these adventures possible. Thank you so much to all of you who were able to help out like that. And thank you so much to all of you just for joining me on our wonderful adventures. It really is my world. And now we're going to go ahead and we are going to have Herbalist born into this village. We'll just pretend this is like a newly born baby, because why not? We're gonna have Herbalist Pomopucci. Pomopucci, welcome! We might actually have you no longer be in the Herbalist career in just a second here. Oh hey, and there's E! There we go. E, you are going to be Herbalist E. I'm actually going to shrink down the herbalist position in a couple spots, and I'm going to expand in a couple spots like where they can put the herbs, because I very much want to make sure that we are actually oops, oh hey, okay, research is done on the wheat harvesting. Yes, we now know how to plant and harvest wheat from the rare seeds that we found last time. And if you guys remember the immersive roleplay story building lore of Kitori Village, we stumbled upon the bones of a long lost Ambu who had died in the desert and left behind an oasis from the seeds and plants that it had carried on its back. And that Ambu actually has now gone ahead, we gathered up its seeds, and it has given us the gift of tomatoes and wheat. So let's go ahead and start learning about windmills and bakeries, because I have a feeling if they're that difficult to like do so much research about and to access, that perhaps those things will allow us to have more food, because the bread might be like more nutritious, or it might be just easier to be able to get our hands on. All right. And now we have a whole bunch. Yeah, we have enough housing for a ton of people. I'm going to go ahead and take down the remaining tents that were almost destroyed. Yeah, we don't need to repair that tent. This tent's almost repaired, so I'll just kind of leave it be. But we do have more huts scattered about everywhere now. Oh, good, fresh air. Oh, this is a good spot for her to go ahead and sleep. There you go, my dear. Excellent. So she's gonna get some sleep pretty soon. Good, good, good. And meanwhile, we're just like frantically going on the corn. So if we were gonna do wheat, the wheat would not grow here. It would go ahead and decompose. However, like, it's good to keep an eye on some of that. Let's see. No, we don't need the tent. Take these tents down. No repairing. Like, they're going to be decommissioned. Yes, marked for deconstruction. And then we will go ahead and build more of the huts and hopefully some of the cottage houses in a little bit too. I wonder like what size population. Oh, one of our adventuring parties is back. Oh, still like 2 days in this nasty weather. And it's Explorer Sakura and Explorer Victoria. who have pushed their way through the fronds of fluffy, soft, comfortable, gigantic tree things that our Ambu New is now sleeping on. Imagine how, oh man, I would totally harvest like these soft tree things for like the lining of our own beds. That must be so nice. I wonder if it makes people sneeze though. And we're gonna actually send that expedition party out to go ahead and explore the poison forest. They're going to risk it for our sake. Thunderstorms! Oh my gosh, I didn't know that there would be thunderstorms too. And there's another shrine over here. Oh, I didn't see that in time. Yeah, our life might be about to get a lot more interesting, friends. We really need this heat wave to end, but even running with our beloved Ambu doesn't change anything. All right, we have a lot of poop scooped. I might need to turn our dung collecting off for a little while. And we need to have... What is the building we need? Because we researched, I thought, a special building that would actually let us... The compost heap! The compost dung to create compost uses fertilizer or biogas uses fuel for decaminators. All right. So I think we'll leave the composter maybe like by the farm. Let's see. Farm overlaps there. Okay, yeah. I think this might be a good spot to put the compost heap. Because this clearly is where whoever is going to be in charge of like working on the compost is going to have to live. And Abby, I think we might actually go ahead and disable the dung collector just for now and set Abby free to a new job. And then let's also work on getting the compost heap built. And then maybe get the tents decommissioned. All right. And I'm just going to have this be general workers building open. Okay. All right. And I think we should have some builders. Yeah, our builders are roaming around. Builder Rebecca is off to get some food. And everybody's kind of complaining about the lack of variety. I wouldn't complain about that right now, guys. There's not exactly a lot to go around in terms of food because we're not planting anything. Oh my gosh. So do I need to tell everybody toggle plant? Do I need to tell them to plant? Oh my word. And then tell them to harvest? Is that how this is working? For crying out loud! What are you guys doing? Okay, you can't do both at once? I didn't know that. I thought, for crying out loud, no wonder my farmers haven't been putting anything new down. I thought it was just because of the heat, like, wave. But maybe they were just being too precious with, not wanting to go ahead and... Okay, scavenging party has just returned. To the shrines! Not wanting to go ahead and, like, put the seeds down during a heat wave, but this is just ridiculous. You guys, legitimately. Like, harvest the crops that need harvesting. Plant the crops that need planting. No, they should be doing both, actually. Okay. So maybe that means they will do both? I'll have to see. I'll have to see, because, like, is this moving to farm with Leo? So if I do plant, I'm going to see what Leo does next. Dr. Leo is now moving to pile of corn. Alright, Dr. Leo. We need to, like... The elders have sent me to watch over. Okay, moving to corn. And what are you going to do, Dr. Leo? Alright, he's going to harvest it. And then, oh! A scavenging party has returned! Oh, our brave explorers who decided to go ahead and adventure. They have come back, but they did get poisoned. However, we have a doctor on top of this. Shauna! So Shauna has actually become one of our doctors now. I wonder how long we can make the names, because then we might be able to just, like, keep the number of titles going and going. Alright, mycologist. I really think we need to build another mycology area down here. And then Ara is now moving to the scavenger hut. We need them to get treated before they can go back out. And here are more of our builders, Builder Stephanie and Rebecca, bringing a few more of the planks that we need. Excellent. And I might do a little bit more of a dirt road. connecting up these more remote sections. There we go. And maybe we can come around this side. How about we come around this side? And just past the farm. There. Yeah, we'll have an interesting time figuring out how we want to connect up the town. Because sometimes they seem to use the roads and sometimes they seem to completely ignore them. So I still have to learn how to make best use of that. All right. The heat wave is still a problem. And now Victoria is moving all the way over here for the food stand now. Oh. What have I done? Okay, so now I think I need to at least open up one of the pantries. Or should I put in like a food stand? Because if I put these in, no one's ever going to carry the food from there over, like they'll just put all the food in the pantry. All right, we need to build another food stand or two to be able to convince people. Oh, this is perfect actually. To convince people about where they need to be coming to eat. So no finished food in the pantry. There we go. But hopefully this food stand will feed the villagers like over here. And we can put in another food stand if we need. All right, good. And the compost heap is getting built. Excellent. We can get some biogas prepared in case we are going to run into... Yeah, we can create compost or biogas. Fuel for decontaminators. All right. Well, I love the fact that we have now just built this compost heap because I think we're about to run across our first group of nomads in so long. Yes! And as soon as they get added into our family and they can join our village, we might actually have enough workers to start making things happen. We're gonna have to wait and see. Is Explorer Victoria okay? Yes, okay. So I think both of our explorers are cured. And then there's no air toxicity. And I don't think anybody is currently sick. Excellent. So we can send our explorers out to the oasis or to the mine. How's our water? Our water is not that bad, so we're going to send them out to the mine. All right, any second now. New family, baby boom. Haha! Right now, yes! You encountered a small group of nomads looking for a new home. Will you let them join your village? Well, right now, in this scorching, exhausting heat that is beating down in merciless waves across the desert, we're actually going to say that there was a bit of a baby boom, perhaps spurred on by the fact that at least we had so much corn to eat and so much water to drink while we worked our way through this desert. And we're going to welcome new villagers. Oh! 2 more people. Yay! And we're gonna welcome the 2 new villagers. Where the heck they are, who even knows? We will find them eventually. Now that our village has gotten so big. Did they come over here? There's Builder Stephanie and Builder Jeannie, who are gathering things from there. I think somebody is going to come over and join the compost heap, but we'll have to wait and see. But I like the idea that maybe one of those new villagers we may have just picked up actually knows the secret of biogas and will teach us how to have decontaminators that will take care of us if we do end up running into any more spore clouds. I don't think we need to have somebody actively doing that job for decontaminating right now, but I want to start stacking the biogas. So it's kind of like our emergency storage so that we are prepared just in case we have need. Also, we have 1 food and 2 finished. Good. I don't think we're doing too terribly on food, but I'm still thinking I should have probably put our mushroom growing operation somewhere else. All right, well, we'll get there eventually. And the builders are working on more paths, which I think would be quite helpful. And then we'll get rid of these tents. Do we have enough? Yes, and we have enough housing. All right, so far, so good. I say so very, very tentatively because I would really prefer to have well over 100 food like we used to. Those were times that I felt a lot more confident about our future. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely gave me a little bit of a boost to think like, oh yes, we have plenty of food, and now not so much. But I think we are definitely getting there somehow, my friends. So, where's our journey going to take us? Next time, oh, a settlement. Oh man, thunderstorms and poison forest, and oh boy, is this where our journey is going to be taking us? Oh no. All right, my friends, we face quite the crossroads next time. Do you think we should go to the north where we are going to be facing settlements and the unknown? Or do you think we should brave the thunderstorms to the south to see what might lie beyond? Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you could, do please leave a like to give a little pet to New or Ambu. And if you'd like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.